8. Hello.
Yeah.
We are
Hello,
live.
Paul Mills.
This is
We
episode
did it.
8 of Untitled Game Talk Show.
hmm
And boy, Benjamin, has it been a week of crises in the world of gaming.
It's been kind of funny to watch, actually.
Yes.
Mostly because, well, we'll get into it, but the two games I don't really care about.
Okay, let's jump right in.
Yeah,
Pokemon Go is a mess.
that's what I've been hearing. Which I don't know what was happening. Maybe this has partly to do with like I walked around the Capitol, and I'm like, okay, I'll pull out my phone. I'll see what Pokemons are out there. And there's a Pidgey. I'm like, okay, I'll go catch a Pidgey. Threw a Pokeball. I caught the Pidgey. It then comes up, you caught an Onyx. And I'm like,
I'm
that's not a
so proud of
Pidgey.
you.
I also caught a Parasect and an Oddish by catching Pidgeys. So something was up with the game last night.
Maybe they're hinting at something that's going to happen in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Transforming Pokemon.
Maybe. I saw that new Pokemon trailer, and they're throwing in that nostalgia Gen 1 again. I think they're trying to catch these
The
Pokemon goers,
Alola forms.
the Alola
Sorry, we're getting
forms.
ahead of ourselves. Okay,
Sorry, sorry.
How is Pokemon Go a mess?
Pray
Let's
tell, you tell
explain.
me.
Niantic, the developer of Pokemon Go, has been notoriously silent on communications of their ideas for the game and what they're doing with the game. And then in a recent update that came out this week, all of a sudden, the nearby feature is all
Gone.
but gone. It shows you what Pokemon are nearby, but it does not do the little footsteps. Perhaps the
Which
best.
did that ever work?
No, that was the problem. It worked sort of, but it was mostly broken. Most Pokemon were 3 steps away, always, no matter what.
Yeah, I never saw anything closer.
And because it was so broken, they removed it entirely. But the best description of why this is such a problem came from, I don't know his name. I should have found his name, but the creator of PokeVision, one of the most popular third-party apps for finding where Pokemon are exactly,
hmm
he tweeted out, "You don't make a game of Marco Polo, sign up millions of people, and then take away the polo." Which is a pretty good description of what is going on. They're making it complete guesswork, so their hardest core fans feel entirely betrayed. And in addition to removing the nearby feature, they also shut down these third-party services, such as PokeVision.
Yeah, I saw that, and I don't know what that exactly means. Like, how did they just like close down their
Yeah, they just
APIs?
yeah, whatever APIs or backdoors they were using, they shut off, so these services can't get to them.
Hmm.
Um,
Have you played Pokemon Go at all lately?
yeah, I took down my
Because
first gym actually
there's
with the
a
help of my
Bellsprout.
brother, but maybe it's not Bellsprout.
Yeah,
Maybe,
maybe it's a Gyarados.
yeah. And that bug introduced in this recent update is the supposed reason that a couple in Ohio has caught an Articuno.
Oh, so I should have been out there catching a lot last night, is what you're telling me.
Well, here's the thing: no one knows if it's legit or not.
Oh,
They, from since catching the Articuno and posting videos of it, they also posted an email that Niantic sent to them, telling them that they were gifted an Articuno, spelled with a D, from Niantic. I don't
why?
know exactly what reasons they were gifted this Articuno, but they also live streamed today, um, showing their Articuno in action. But people are still skeptical. There are known hacks for Pokemon Go where you can basically give one Pokemon the skin of another Pokemon without actually having that Pokemon. So,
Oh,
like, it could be a Pidgey that looks like an Articuno, just like you've seen in your experience of catching a Pidgey and getting an Onyx.
Well, now you're making me question reality. I'm looking at my Pokemon. Keep going. Nope, still have an Onyx. We're solid.
Yeah. Anyway, so people feel very betrayed. Like the release of the legendaries was supposed to be some big moment that was supposed to unite the community, and now it's just like some random couple in Ohio got the first legendary.
Well, no, they have Articuno. Blah,
Right.
whatever that means.
That's the Alola form of Articuno.
Oh, seriously?
No,
I thought you. I was like, what? I thought I would have heard about that. Trolling Paul.
no. But now that we've
Lulz.
mentioned them twice, we should mention Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, dropped a new trailer with just a ton of new information all
Yeah.
at once. So the first being that some Gen 1 Pokemon are back in Pokemon Sun and Moon with Alola forms, supposedly
Hmm.
forms they only have in the Alola region for whatever
Correct.
magical reason. The
Because
best of
why
which
not?
is Alola form Executor, which is
Oh
a
my
straight
god.
up coconut tree.
The best of which, Paul? Really? It's the
Yes,
worst.
easily.
It's the most disgusting looking Pokemon. He just has a super long neck. They already have a giraffe Pokemon, and now he just has like a coconut on his tail. Like what?
It's
Stupid.
awesome.
Can't even fly.
And
What kind
the
of dragon
coconut
can't fly?
the coconut on his tail has a face as well. That's the best part.
Well, I guess it's an egg, not a coconut.
Yeah, well, but now they might be coconuts now. Eggs evolved into coconuts in Hawaii.
Yeah, we should know that. We made Maui.
Yeah, we made a game about Hawaii. And speaking of Maui, the great
Yeah,
game by Kokua Games, which
correct.
we were producers of that student studio.
Yep.
Uh, Pokemon Sun and Moon is ditching traditional gyms for trials. They straight up
OMG.
even
Which I
call them
saw in the
that.
trailer, but I wasn't like, wait, what is happening? Is I didn't
Yeah.
follow it that well. So
So you
explain it to
don't have
me.
a gym, you have a island trial where an island captain basically gives you a quest that you have to complete. And then when you complete that quest, you face the totem Pokemon, which is like the gym leader Pokemon, I guess. And then when you beat the totem Pokemon, then you face like the gym leader. I can't remember. They call them something Hawaiian. Basically,
Yeah.
you face then a human kind of leader of the trial, and then you beat them, and then you
But there's like
pass.
only four of them.
Well, only four that they showed. I don't think
Okay,
that's
touche.
all of them.
But I don't like change, Paul.
A lot of people don't like change. However, the comment sections I've been lurking in actually see this as
Lurking.
mostly positive, but they're pretty hardcore Pokemon fans, so they're probably just so sick of gyms now that it's fine that they changed them. That it
Yeah,
has been
so
20 years of the same thing.
touche. You are correct. Which I am looking forward to the new Pokemon game, and I look forward to picking it up.
Yeah, me
Uh,
too.
I don't know. There's also like someone on our old team, Diana. She posted something about more Pokemon jewelry on Facebook.
Yes.
So what is that with Pokemon Sun and Moon?
So Pokemon Sun and Moon introduces a new
They're like
thing
a dance.
called Z moves. You have to be so your trainer in the game has to be wearing a Z bracelet, and
Sure.
your trainer's Z bracelet has to have the appropriate Z crystal for your Pokemon's type. And then if you have the appropriate Z crystal, your Pokemon of that type can perform a Z move once per battle.
Okay.
And
Which I saw that
be,
in the trailer, but I didn't know what it really was.
yeah, because most people think because of the popularity of Yokai Watch in Japan, they are now making a physical, like real world bracelet that you can buy,
Oh.
and you wear it on your wrist, and you can buy randomized packs of the crystals. Eventually, fill up your real world Z bracelet with your real world Z crystals, And then, whenever you use a Z move in Pokemon Sun and Moon, your bracelet will vibrate.
Just that's it. Wait,
Yeah.
how does it connect Wi-Fi and then like, hey, you did a thing, and
I have no idea how it works, but that is what it claims to do. And that's
oh
all it
my,
claims to do.
oh my gosh, it's amazing. Okay,
My favorite
sure.
part is that you have to like try really hard to get all the crystals. And I don't know like if you have um, if you have the appropriate crystal in the game, but you don't have the real world crystal, will it still
Mm-hmm.
vibrate, or do you need the right real world crystal as well?
I, I don't know. Toys to life, man. You'll probably
Oh,
need
sorry.
you'll probably need both.
I'm cutting it short. I just looked up an article. Not only does
Okay.
it vibrate, it will also light up and make noise.
Well, I mean, so what's okay? Give me a use case here. So I'm playing Pokemon Go usually, or Pokemon Go, playing a Game Boy game on my couch, watching TV. Like, so who's the kid that's going to be out there on the playground playing Pokemon and you're like, check it out, guys! I did a Z move, and so does I like.
Uh, so the only real use I see in it is like to invite immersion and like pretend play while you're playing the game. So like you trigger a Z move, and while the animation goes, you like wave your arm around like you're doing it too.
Okay, you know what? I was a kid once. I probably would have done it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but they haven't announced American pricing, but the uh, converted Japanese pricing was something like $40 for this thing.
No,
Yeah, which is like okay.
that's not even an impulse buy. That's like a luxury item. You got
Yeah,
that rich kid at school that has that.
yeah. I don't know how that will fly. Pokemon Sun and Moon will do very well, but I don't know if anyone's gonna buy this stupid bracelet thing.
You know, if I had just a little bit more money in my life, I would totally buy that as a gag gift. Just a couple of my friends who are buying this game. I'd get you one, Paul. Here
Yeah,
you go, Paul.
I would totally wear it and do the little moves. I
Post
just
it on
would get it for
Facebook.
$40. Learn all the dance moves. So interestingly enough, dance seems to be a big part of Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's a Pokemon whose name I can't remember that has 4 different forms, kind of
It's
based
the
on
essential Pidgey of the region.
yeah, kind of based on different cultural dances. Um, I don't know, kind of cool how they're incorporating dance, which is a big part of Hawaiian culture, into.
Man, Paul, we were just ahead of our time, buddy.
I know, I know, but I'm glad that we inspired Nintendo to do something
That's what it
cool,
was. That's what it was. Now we
and
should put that on our resume and be like, look, Nintendo, we were on to you.
we can take all the credit.
Uh,
Anyway, Pokemon just dominating the discussions lately.
crushing it for better and for worse.
Everyone. Coincidentally, a new expansion in the Pokemon trading card game comes out tomorrow.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I don't follow that scene literally at all.
No, well, I only have this last week because it's a long story, but I ended up buying some trading cards to play with a guy at work. And so I was looking
What?
around at
What?
Yeah, I bought some of the Pokemon trading cards at work. Or not at work, but to play with a guy at work.
Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
New ones. So we bought this. There's a head-to-head arena pack where you can play Yveltal versus Xerneas.
I'm so proud of you.
We split that together so we could play it. But it's being shipped. It's not here yet. So
Oh, dang it.
I'm legitimately anxious to play it because it's probably 14 years since I actually played the Pokemon trading card game.
Oh my gosh. There's a couple guys at work that are playing Pokemon Go, but like hard. And Paul, that inspires me. I should probably do something similar. How much was it?
Yeah. It was $30 for the double deck pack, so we each paid 15.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it
Oh my
has
gosh.
like 2 full decks and the counters and the coins.
I
All
don't
the
even
stuff.
I don't even remember how to play because I never played as a kid because they were too expensive for me. So
Right.
I scrounged together like one deck and
Mhm.
played it like twice and then never figured it out because I didn't have good
Yeah.
cards.
I mean, it's pretty basic. It's like you have your active Pokemon that can attack, and you put energy on your Pokemon to let them attack. And then when you knock out your opponent's Pokemon, you get to pick up a prize. And when you pick up 6 prizes, you win.
That's it. Okay,
That's pretty much it.
that makes sense.
But within that rule set, they make things pretty complicated with the evolutions of the Pokemon, special effects of the attacks, trainer cards. Anyway, it's pretty fun.
Maybe I'll
I'm
just
pretty
buy a
excited to play
single
it.
deck, and then if I come down there, we'll play. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, you can buy one from the expansion that comes out tomorrow.
Oh my
I
gosh! And then I'll have
swing
the
by
powerful cards.
Target.
You'll be
Yeah,
you'll be jelly.
I'll be super jelly. You know what? The show from next week on is going to be exclusively Pokemon TCG talk show. Pretty
Oh
excited.
my gosh! Okay, great, great. I can't wait. If I swing by Target tomorrow, I will definitely be looking at it.
Okay.
Who's to stop me? Nobody. I'm my
Nobody.
own. I'm a grown ass adult.
Do what you want. You want Pokemon cards.
Pokemon's cool again. I never thought that'd be the day.
Yeah, man. They really took advantage of that 20-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, they did.
Good on
Good
them.
job. Good job. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Uh, moving on.
Okay, moving on from Pokemon. Somehow, the sky is falling. No Man's Sky.
Lol. I
Is
should
eating
go.
itself alive this week.
I should. So I care this much about that game. Big fat goose egg, right? And I should go look at all the spoilers just so I can know. And I haven't done it yet, but I won't. But I should. So
Okay, so
yeah.
let's explain.
So what
happened.
exactly has happened?
So a Reddit user named Damien, spelled super weird,
Sure, of course.
purchased a leaked physical PS4 copy of No Man's Sky for $1,300 on eBay.
What?
Yeah. So somebody, probably a game store employee, took one of the copies from the store, sold it on eBay,
Yep.
auctioned one up to $1,300. Fortunately for Reddit user Damien, he lived not that far from the guy selling the copy, so he bought it and received it within a matter of hours.
Wow.
He does like an unboxing video, opens up the FedEx package, opens up the disc, puts it in his PS4, shows that it's really No Man's Sky, it's really running, this is really happening. So instantly, right after that, he starts playing, and every half hour or so for a few hours, he uploads gameplay videos of himself playing No Man's Sky 2 weeks before release. And the community just went nuts. Specifically, the Reddit community was just out of this world for a while. Some people were saying,
how did you treat it, Paul? Were you kind of like trying to go with blinders on, or?
So I watched like 2 seconds of the leak, and then I was at work or something, so I couldn't keep watching, and I didn't really care to anyway.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched any of the leaked footage other than that, and I haven't really read much. Mostly, I've just seen posts on Reddit of people just being so. Here it went the whole gamut. Some people said I finally believe in this game, and I finally pre-ordered because it looked like I've seen it in the wild. I've seen how it actually plays, and it legitimately looks good. Finally, I'm comfortable pre-ordering. Some people said, but this tiny detail that Sean said in this interview 2.5 years ago isn't there. Everything is a lie. Terrible. Sean Murray himself goes to Twitter and says,
Just don't do this.
Yeah, like he said, almost exact quote. We've spent years putting secrets into this game. You've spent years waiting. Please don't ruin it for yourself. And then, the creator of this game tweets, take a break. Don't watch videos. Don't read about it. You can play it yourself soon. Which is just mind-boggling. That 2 weeks before the release of your game, you tell people to not pay attention to it.
Well, it's not that much. Like, think of it from a creator standpoint. Like, his first tweet is accurate. They spent years doing this, and all of a sudden, someone might blow the lid off of it early, or like spoil it for everyone else, or something.
But that's video games in 2016. Like,
yeah,
how could this be a surprise to anyone?
Yeah. Well, okay. So who do you think's at fault? Sony for overhyping it, or like Sean Murray for trying to downplay it? Like what? Because this game was horrendously, I feel, overhyped.
I think it's very weird of Sean Murray to come out and say, just don't pay attention to it, guys. So similarly, Uncharted 4 earlier this year also leaked early.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Druckmann, the creative director of that game, goes on Twitter, and all he said was, hey guys, lots of surprises in store. Be careful on the internet if you don't want to ruin them. Which was just so much more dignified and less desperate of a way to say the exact same thing.
That's well said, less desperate for sure.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, kind of the brand. So, like, No Man's Sky has a brand, but Hello Games also has a brand they've created around No Man's Sky. And the Hello Games brand is, we are, pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, came from the bottom, now we're here. 11 people making this ginormous game. It's so hard. We work so hard. And so Sean's message very much fits with that brand of like, come on, guys, just okay.
We work so hard. Look how hard we're working. We gotta get back to work.
And I think he should have just stayed silent, or he should have just said like, you ain't seen nothing yet or something, instead of coming out and being like, guys, just play nice. He should have been like, yeah, you've seen maybe 10 planets. Remember the other 18 quintillion out there?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But the story's not over.
You have to own it, which you didn't.
Damien's videos started getting taken down. Then there was a second leaker.
When did this happen?
Within the last week, I think. Last Thursday was when the first leak happened, and the second leak happened like Saturday or Sunday. Okay. There is a Twitch stream that's just somebody else's original like leak stream on repeat every like 2 hours. It's just looped, so you can go watch it. Mods of the No Man's Sky subreddit stickied a post in Reddit of anonymous tipsters collecting evidence that Damien's leaked copy was actually a demo copy, not the final game. The rest of the subreddit freaks out and says, you guys are ridiculous. All of this evidence is stupid. I can't believe you would sticky this post. Some people got so mad they started sending death threats to the mods. One of the mods stepped down from the No Man's Sky subreddit after like 3 years of managing it. He quits and just leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Posts start coming in about like, guys, please calm down. There's new people coming to the subreddit because it's releasing so soon, and they're immediately leaving because we all sound crazy. Um,
The saltiest
one
group
of
on the internet.
one of my favorite posts was, "Don't worry, the Pokemon Go subreddit makes us look loving and inviting." Anyway, so it's just nuts. And then Damien comes back and says, "Guys, I already made it to the center of the universe," which is something that's supposed to be like the crowning achievement of the game. It's supposed to take like 100 hours to do. He
Yep.
says there's a specific item that's totally broken. You could get there in like a day. He says the game also crashes a ton. So there's people freaking out about that. Um, but despite all of this, he says like his impressions end with it would. Well, I don't know if it ends with this, but he says at one point it would be a mistake to cancel your pre-order, even though he doesn't like super love it, I guess.
That's good to hear.
There will most likely be a day one patch, and he's not playing with that, obviously. Um, who knows? We're a week away now. Actually, the next episode of this show, you can get my initial impressions.
I am really excited to hear actually because again, nope, don't really care. And in fact, I'm Googling right now what's at the center of the universe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it fast enough.
Anyway, that's No Man's Sky. It's finally coming out next week. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with it. But this week, things have released that were meant to be released this week. One of which is Abzu,
Yes.
a underwater exploration game by some of the team who made Journey, although not technically the same studio.
Which I haven't played it yet, which I regret because it's only like 2 hours.
Yeah. Abzu is similarly, I heard it's about 3 hours to beat. But initial reviews are quite positive. It's sitting at an 80 something on OpenCritic.
Right. And a couple of reviews, like they point out there's not a whole lot to do in this game besides swim around and
Yeah. But that was Journey. Like
yeah.
Journey has like literally 2 mechanics.
That's why I'm very intrigued to actually, man, I need to repent and just play Journey because I don't know if I like these types of games. I don't know if I do because there's nothing to do. Like, I'll get bored.
Well, that's why they're also short, because they're one trick ponies. The thing they do well, and you're like, ooh, wow, and then it ends while you're still saying, ooh, wow. That's the trick.
Oh, well, they've obviously made a success on it, so
Yeah. Also released today is episode 1 of the Telltale Batman series.
yes.
Sitting at a 74 on OpenCritic. Basically, it's like, okay, this is Batman, and we like
Do you
Batman.
know if it's potty mouth Batman?
It's rated M for blood and violence, language, and I think that's it. So yes, it might be potty mouth Batman, but I guess it's not sexy Batman. Which is interesting because Catwoman is prominently featured in all the promotional art, so they could have gone that direction, I guess, if they want.
That's true. Which I was listening to somebody today, a podcast, and they were talking about Batman, and they were also talking about other Telltale games. And I really kind of want to play Tales from the Borderlands. Like, if it's as funny as they say it is, I really actually want to play it.
People do like that one.
Because the only Telltale game I played was Walking Dead at season 1, and that was it. Hype train.
Train. Okay, so that happened. That's supposed to, interestingly, is it 5 or 6 episodes of that are supposed to release before the end of 2016, which is much quicker than their usual release schedule.
Yeah, I don't know.
I also hear it's super broken on PC, but that's like Telltale tradition. So
What is happening with PC and Batman? The Bat computer does not appreciate.
Batman hates PC.
Batman hates PC Master Race. That's obviously what's happening.
Yeah. I'm for the people. The constant
The unwashed masses. That's exactly it.
That was basically the plot of Dark Knight Rises, right?
Good man, Batman. Good man, Batman.
Other news: Destiny: Rise of Iron. Game Informer, or is it Game Informer? No, it's Game. Yeah, it is Game Informer. Has a huge spread about it. Lots of new details came out. The most interesting of which is apparently there will be an item that while you wear it or use it, you can punch enemies and you will gain their allegiance for a short time.
What?
That's what it says. So I guess like you punch somebody and they'll turn and start attacking the other enemies for a little bit.
Okay, sure.
I really hope that applies to like bosses and stuff too.
You mean bullet sponges? Like you thought the Division was bad, man. I never got back into Destiny. I played it like for a week again, and I was like, you know what? No, it's
no good unless you play with people.
Yeah,
that's the only way to get back into Destiny.
That has to be it.
I also played it for about a week again, and then got distracted by Overwatch or something else.
Overwatch.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah.
As I finish. Original strikes in Destiny are being reworked for this expansion, which is cool.
Okay.
Not all of them, at least 2 of them, maybe more. They said a long-awaited feature for multiplayer is finally coming. The best guess is custom matches, so like private matches. You can finally invite.
That hasn't been a thing?
It's never been a thing in Destiny.
Wow. Bungie.
The problem is, I think, do you gain XP from it or things like that? Like your weapons or armor, or you as a player gain XP from custom matches? I think they haven't been able to decide if that should be a thing or not.
I doubt it, only because I don't think any other game has ever let you do that.
Yeah. But that's just like the whole thing about Destiny has been like one experience. You're always becoming a legend. No matter what you do, you're leveling up and stuff. And I don't think they like the idea of something not contributing to your legend, because that's their whole spiel. I think that's been.
I think if that were the case, they're like holding on to that a little too tight. Like they're trying to, I don't know, be pious about it, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense in this context. Because like people would obviously spam that and cheese the heck out of that if they could.
Yeah.
So no, no.
Anyway.
When does that come out?
September 20th.
Yeah,
$30. Yeah.
Is that 2 years exactly? 2 years exactly after the release?
Yeah. Original release was September 9th, 2014.
Oh, so. 9th. That's when I got my PS4. Which today Xbox One S, that super sexy white one, came out. And I'm like, I want it so bad, but for no reason. Like I have no justifiable reason to pick that up, and so I won't until there's an amazing deal.
Not even more storage space. That's not.
I mean, I just delete games, and there hasn't maybe this fall might be an issue because I buy a lot of games, obviously during the holidays, and as of right now, there haven't been a whole lot that I'm like needing to buy, so no. But it's so beautiful, and it's smaller. It's itty bitty.
Yeah.
This big. And the controller is Bluetooth, so you can just hook it up to your tablet, computer, phone, even. Like, man. Anyway,
Microsoft's doing it right. That
Microsoft,
is
and
a
I was playing
2-year.
Halo 5 today, and I got so mad. Have you ever played a free for all match in Halo 5, Paul? That is the most infuriating. Don't worry about it. It's super. I was like emotionally like shaken. It's just so infuriating because you're doing so well and then you blow it in the last minute and a half, and you're like, "How's that?" I'll stop. Halo 5, man, it's great.
Well,
It's great.
kingmaker problem. When
Sure.
you're doing well, people notice, and then everyone turns on
And
you.
you're right. That might be it. And I have a very funny story. I was playing Halo, and apparently on my team, there's this kid on the other team, and my team hated that kid. I don't know who he was or whatever, but I wasn't talking at all. But I could overhear my teammates chatter, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's such a douche. It's blah 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 blah." And then they noticed that I was playing really well because I'm gonna toot my own horn. I'm pretty good at Halo, and they're like, "Captain Sergeant Fuzzles, that name is amazing. You're so cool." And I'm like, "Thanks, guys." And one of them even friended me, so now we play occasionally on Halo. It was great. It was great.
The beauty of online gaming.
The beauty of online gaming. I've yet to
That's
talk
always
to him,
fun.
but he loves my username.
And that's what it's really about.
Yep. Uh,
Um, Speaking of strong emotions,
yep.
Overwatch today surprise released a Summer Games seasonal
Uh,
event,
yep.
which looks
Yep. Yep.
very official Olympics,
Oh,
but
you
is
you
not
froze, Paul.
official. No, you froze. It's not official Olympics. They never use the word Olympics anywhere in it. Benjamin's internet
Uh,
has failed us.
there.
Hello,
You're
are you
you're
there?
back. You're back.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
seasonal event.
Seasonal event, Summer Games,
Oh, you're gone
not
again, Paul. Oh, there you
no,
are.
not official
Come
Olympics,
on, internet.
just Summer Games, Overwatch. Oh no. Well, we'll see if we get Benjamin back. I don't know if we'll get Benjamin back. He just texted me and said, "Give my internet a minute." I don't know if you can see that. Uh, I also don't know if um, you can still hear me, although I imagine you could. I am the host of the chat. Um, well, I don't know what to talk about while Benjamin is gone. If you haven't checked it out, opencritic.com is a great aggregator of game reviews. We mentioned it several times. But today, they added a calendar feature that is very nice. It shows you not only the big game releases for the rest of the fall and into the winter, the rest of the year essentially. It also shows big game events and shows that are coming up, which I've never seen a good calendar that combines both of those things. So go check it out, opencritic.com. I tweeted about their calendar today, and they responded and said, "Thank you for sharing." It was quite nice of them. Um, yeah, so you just go to opencritic.com/calendar. Actually, it takes you right to this beautiful and very informative calendar, which I hope they continue to expand upon, um, into next year because it's so useful. We have officially lost Benjamin. He's no longer even in the chat or hangout, whatever it should be called. I don't know what to do. So I'll tell you another great feature of opencritic.com. It allows you to create a profile, and then you can mark games as I'm hyped. So you can go look at just the games you're hyped for, and their review scores and release dates and media and whatnot. And you can guess scores of games before they come out. And it actually keeps a tally of how accurate you are in your guesses, which I find quite fun. My current score is... Ooh, I had dropped down. Earlier today I was at 70 something, but now I'm all the way down to 66% accurate. It's because Abzu fell. I got really burned on 7 Days to Die, which apparently is terrible, and Mighty Number 9, which I expected people to love. I generally am over. I don't have a single one where I guessed under the score. So I took that as a lesson. Oh, just kidding. I guessed Abzu was going to be lower than it is. So sorry, Abzu guys. I didn't believe in you more. I'll correct my mistake. Well, let's text Ben and see if he's returning. Are you coming back? We have no viewers right now. I'm literally talking to no one, which is pretty cool. Control room. Can I see while we are live what viewers we've had? I don't think so. I doubt we've had any viewers. We had a few viewers in the beginning, the first couple of weeks, but I think we've completely ruined it. Benjamin says he does not know. Should I try inviting him? Let's try inviting him. Okay, Ben, come back. Sending invite. ... OpenCritic.com also has a Patreon account. If you want to go, if you feel you love it, you can support it financially month to month. They're pulling in $84 a month right now from 31 patrons. If you pledge $9 or more per month, they'll put your name in a donors section. If you pledge $1 more a month, you get screenshots of upcoming features. So that's pretty cool. I'm starting to think Benjamin isn't coming back. Well, I'm sorry, kind viewers, that we don't have. It's not working. It's totally broken. I'm joking. Benjamin says his whole internet. Oh, he says now his internet's back up. I'll try to send the invite one more time. Oh,
We did it.
wow.
Yeah, my internet, solid connection right there. Technically, it's faster, but it is super spotty.
As Cameron Cronovi Bills said in his Rocket League Championship Series spotlight today.
Okay.
The best player is the most consistent player. And consistency is the most important feature of a Rocket League player.
I feel that's accurate.
Like his wise words apply also to internet connection.
I think you're correct, Paul. Because I'm sick and tired of playing Halo, and then my internet goes out on me, or chatting with you, and my internet goes out on me. Such is life.
Are those the only two things you do on the internet?
I watch YouTube videos of Halo 5.
Does your internet ever go out while you watch YouTube videos of Halo 5?
Yes. And then I turn on my data plan for my phone. So, anyway, we're back. Rocket League. Overwatch.
Summer Games released an obviously Rocket League inspired new game mode.
They're not even shy about it.
Lucio Ball, where everyone plays as the character Lucio, the Brazilian rollerblading DJ. Mm-hmm. And there's a big ball, and you shoot it with your gun and try to move it toward a goal. And if you get more goals than the other team, you win. And there's fun like jump boost pads, and Lucio could already run on walls, so it's pretty fun to run on walls.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have. I am undefeated after 3 games of Lucio Ball.
Okay, that's impressive, actually.
Yeah. Games are 4 minutes long. I actually think it's a pretty good way to cheese XP in Overwatch because the games are so short. It's pretty easy to get XP pretty quickly.
Does that XP carry over for any character? Like, I don't know how that works in Overwatch.
Overwatch, you have an account level, and as you level up your account, every time you level up your account, you get a free loot box. And during the Summer Games event, all loot boxes are Summer Games loot boxes, which contain Summer Games items. And you can only get these items during the event. So they're like extra special and rare, and include Olympics-themed skins for several characters, Olympics-themed victory poses where the character is holding up a medal like they just won a medal for the whatever game they just won. Lots of sprays.
I do like what they're doing here because I love the Olympics. This is fantastic.
The Olympics too. They definitely took advantage of a great event.
Yes, which is this Friday.
Very stealthily, with no one knew anything about it until this morning, and it released just like a couple hours after the leaks. So
leaks? It was leaked?
Yeah, people found the PlayStation Store already had the Summer Games boxes available for sale. And other people found in the code of the PC version some mention of it, but I only saw stuff leak this morning, like 2 hours before the trailer came out. So good on them for actually doing something surprising, because most of the time Overwatch stuff is known like way beforehand. Like too much is known before anything happens.
Really?
Yeah, like the new hero that they released, people were speculating and talking about it like months before she actually came out.
Mm.
It was so bad that I've seen streamers call her Sombra, which is what people thought her name would be.
Oh. So in Lucio Ball, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 2-on-2.
It's 3-on-3,
Okay.
4-minute matches. You have the exact same abilities that Lucio has, except his primary fire doesn't work. It's only his secondary fire, which just blasts other characters backwards, and in this case, the ball. But his ultimate is also altered. Usually it's a barrier, like a shield, for anyone in your area. Now it sucks the ball toward you, and it works like all the way across the field. So in one game I played, one of my opponents just came kind of right next to our goal, launched his ultimate. The ball came all the way across the field, and he just popped his gun and shot it right into our goal.
Genius.
Yeah. I had a pretty cool play where someone popped the ball and it went upward, and I jumped off one of the jump pads, came down on top of the ball, and then as I moved forward and down, I just pushed the ball into the goal. That was pretty cool.
Well, I haven't played Rocket League in a long time, and I miss it terribly. So I'm glad that Overwatch has done this, but I don't have an opinion on the matter, unfortunately.
Rocket League is better, but it's still very fun to play Lucio Ball.
I'm just so happy you're playing Overwatch. I had someone at work today tell me again, Ben, just go buy Overwatch, and I said no. So I just can't.
It's pretty great. It's still great.
But
you know what else is great?
What else is great?
I went back and started playing Blood and Wine.
The Witcher. Okay.
I think The Witcher 3 is the one game I've ever played that I've consistently liked more and more and more over time.
Wow.
Most games I play and I love, and then I beat them and I leave, and my opinion cools.
How do you feel about Metal Gear?
Metal Gear is still great. But, I mean, I called it my game of the year, 2015, and now I kind of question that because Witcher 3, in the end,
still
is
performing
probably better than Metal Gear 5.
Wow. Tall order right there.
Metal Gear 5 is still great. And the expansions for The Witcher 3 have just been so impressive. So I think Witcher 3 plus expansions, Game of the Year 2015. Even though it didn't all exist.
They came out in 2016, right?
Yeah. I really hope they do a Game of the Year edition and people buy it and I can talk to them about it.
Maybe I'll buy it. Can't say that I won't.
You haven't played any of it at all, right?
Correct. Not a single minute.
Yeah. I don't know how much you would like it. Actually. it's a lot. My PlayStation 4 says I've played that game for 702 hours. I think it's wrong, but nevertheless, I've played a lot.
Did you leave it? Did you leave it on over the weekend or something?
I mean, I do a lot of leaving it on pause and dealing with Eli, or I have to go do something and I just leave it on pause because I want to come back and pick it right up.
Someone was commenting to me. They're like, "Yeah, it shows that you've played 200 hours on Rocket League." I'm like, "No, I left it on over a weekend." Right?
Yeah.
That's barely 200. 700, Paul. Do you read that?
Yeah.
Good job. I'm impressed.
I just barely found the spot where it shows you that, and the first time I saw it ever, it was like 690. I was like, "Holy cow!" So I don't think it's true, but I do think I've sunk 200 hours into that game.
All right,
and I don't even feel like I'm reaching the end of the
really
content. No, like not even close.
What? How did they
See, that's
make
the thing.
this game?
I don't know. It's so much bigger. Well, I mean, other games are big, but this is huge and like consistently interesting. That's the difference. Like today, I was doing one quest line and I just stumbled upon this hermit lady who says she was being haunted by this thing. She gives me some mushroom concoction,
Of course,
and
as one does.
it makes me so high that I start talking to my horse, and he starts talking back. And the whole quest line is you and your horse talking back and forth, solving this lady's problem. And I just stumbled
Clever.
upon this. Like, you could miss it entirely if you're not paying attention. And it's like this totally crazy, completely different, nothing else like it in the rest of the game quest line. And like everything is like that. Well, not everything, but I'm constantly surprised by this game, and I've supposedly played 700 hours of it, even though that's probably not true.
I think the most I've ever played a single game ever was Fallout 3, and I had like 130 hours, and that was it. And I thought to myself, whew, I've played this game a lot.
Yeah, well,
But
and that's true. That's a lot of time. But The Witcher
that is
3 is just a whole new level.
so amazing, Paul. That is so amazing. Oh
Like,
my gosh.
um, even before I started playing the expansions, one of the times I went back to it, I've gone back to it like 5 times now.
Okay.
One of the times I went back to it, I found, remember, this is pre-expansion, I found a new enemy type that I had literally never seen in probably 100 hours of gameplay.
I would love to speak to those developers. Like, honestly, how do they do it?
I
That's
don't, I don't,
amazing.
I don't know what
Like,
they do differently over there at CD Projekt, but they do it right.
and is it fair to say that that game runs smoother and better than Fallout by far? And it's way bigger?
Mm, not, it's not bug free. I do say it runs better than Fallout 4 at launch did. Um, but it does have some bugs. It does mostly weird graphical stuff, not really like game breaking stuff, but like certain armor will like if you're wearing a certain shirt and certain pants, if the shirt like extends below the waist, sometimes it'll clip through the pants kind of thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. And like sometimes during cutscenes, animals or NPCs will be doing weird stuff in the background because cutscenes are real time. And so like sometimes deer just like walk through the middle of your cutscene. It's definitely not bug free, but it's like you don't really care about the bugs that exist because they don't really ruin your experience.
I'd be intrigued to try the game for sure, just because of the high praise you give it.
Well, and it is literally the most game of the year awarded game of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it took it from The Last of Us right around when it won the Game Developers Choice Awards. It passed The Last of Us for most Game of the Year awards ever.
How much does how much does it cost?
I think it's down to 40 now for the base game, but really like the expansions were the cherry on top for me. Like I liked it before, but playing through the expansions has convinced me like this is just mind-blowingly amazing. Which is also a very weird thing to say because most of the time DLC is crap.
Yeah, I've never really been thrilled by any DLC. Even the Last of Us DLC, sure, it was like, oh, it's story and it
Yeah,
fleshes
it
out
was.
Ellie. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, it was fan service, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like this takes it to another level.
Yeah, no, not by any means.
Which coincidentally, CD Projekt Red, the makers of The Witcher, are hiring like crazy right now.
But they're
in
all the
US
way over
only.
in yeah. Like I might be willing to move to Illinois, but not Poland.
but they're ramping up for their next game, that Cyberpunk 2077 game, and they're just hiring like crazy, including a multiplayer designer and multiplayer programmer, which their games haven't included multiplayer before, so that's very interesting.
What other games have they made?
The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2. And,
holy moly.
Gwent, the Witcher card game spinoff.
Like, okay, where, like, are you telling me that this new studio cut their teeth on The Witcher 1 and they're like, let's just make this game, and then somehow spun this into The Witcher 3? Because that is truly amazing.
Well, now I'm checking my sources. CD Projekt. Yeah. Games developed. The Witcher, The Witcher 2, The Witcher Adventure Game, The Witcher Battle Arena, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they do differently, but they definitely do it better than everyone else.
Yeah, that's why I'm so amazed. Like, crushing it, Poland. Good job.
Yeah. Anyway, The Witcher's great. Overwatch is great. Rocket League is great.
Overwatch is overrated. Rocket League is great.
Okay. No Man's Sky.
Hold on.
Maybe
Answer
not
me
great.
this. Oh, well, yeah, that's probably true. Overwatch. Have they added any other game types besides like the push the cart and defend your base?
No, sir, they have not. That is the most legitimate complaint about Overwatch. But in exchange, you get an actually polished, actually functional shooter at launch.
I'm so happy you're playing Overwatch.
They didn't release competitive mode.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same game types, just with a different structure, like meta structure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Halo 5 spoiled me. Like, I don't know what it did to me. I don't know what game will pull me off Halo. I do not know. And I wish I had a Halo buddy so bad. But alas, none of my friends. I have one friend who has an Xbox, and he's not a huge Halo fan. So I'm like, well, okay. So I tried. I'll just have to reach out to the community online.
Yeah, I mean, you made just win friends on your amazing.
That's true. And so then last night, his name. There's another one. His name was Crinkle Toes, and Crinkle Toes came on, and he invited me to his fire team. I'm like, sure, why not? And I plugged in my mic, and I had my buddy there. I have the one friend who has it that kind of plays, and so we were all chatting there. And apparently, him and his wife, Crinkle Toes, and his wife play Halo, and so it was us four. And then his name was Ben, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so meta, and it was great. So me and my new Crinkle Toes Ben friend were playing Halo. Anyway, I thought it was interesting.
That is interesting. I'm sure it wasn't like an alternate reality reaching across.
It could be like super BioShock style. I don't know.
Yeah. Which, have you heard the Pokemon multiverse theory?
No.
Very briefly, there's a theory that says that X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are in an alternate Pokemon universe, and that's why Mega Evolution is possible.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, but the evidence is striking, actually, including there's extra content after you finish the game in Alpha Sapphire where a asteroid is coming to hit the Earth, and the proposed solution is to shoot a interdimensional weapon that will open a wormhole and send the asteroid into another universe.
What?
And yeah, this is all from the game itself. And there's a character who pops up who's like from an ancient line of Pokemon dragon worshippers or something. And she says, yes, you could get rid of the asteroid in our universe, but it would go into a separate universe that's very similar to ours, where events have gone differently. And she even says where mega evolution isn't possible. Um, and and the name of that device, the interdimensional ray gun thing, they call it a link cable.
Oh my gosh, Pokemon. They're just being cheeky at this point.
Yeah.
A link cable.
So, Bioshock or Pokemon. Either way, you get quantum theory.
Great. It's coming full circle. My doppelganger on the Halo universe is Crinkle Toes.
Sergeant Puzzles, Crinkle Toes. They're not too many worlds apart.
Yeah, I could see it.
Where does Crinkle Toes live? Does he live in?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him next time.
Okay, you should.
Probably in the western coast of the United States somewhere.
Yeah.
Almost assuredly.
Well, maybe you should move there and find him and replace him. Just step into his life.
Well, he has a wife and a kid who's 6 years old who likes to pretend he's a cat.
No, Ben. You have a wife. 6 years old. You need to start thinking this way.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll do that as I pick up my Pokemon cards tomorrow.
Oh yeah, your new Pokemon card from the Steam Siege expansion.
Steam Siege. Got it.
Yeah.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah. We should probably stop the broadcast now. We haven't said anything anyone would care about for quite some time.
That's exactly correct.
Thanks
Adios,
for watching,
Internet.
Zero viewers. We love you.